Hello, I'm Chief Constable Kier Pritchard from Wiltshire Police. On Sunday evening, we all sat to watch the Prime Minister make the national address to set out the beginning of the government's recovery plan from COVID-19. A lot of information's been loaded up onto the gov.uk website this week, including that 50-page plan, but also a series of frequently asked questions that set out for us, members of the public, what is now allowed and what is still prevented. It's really important that you take time to look at that and carefully understand, depending on where you live in England, Wales or Scotland. We know this week also the legislation, the regulations were amended. It is now allowed for you to do certain things that were previously prevented. So in England, in Wiltshire, in Swindon, you are now allowed to take a limited amount of exercise in the public space. You can travel as far as you wish in England to exercise and to take recreational time with members of your family that are living in your household or alone. You can now also meet with one other person from another household in a public place, not at your home, not in your garden, but in a public place, so long as you maintain the 2 meters social distancing. So this weekend promises to be a busier one where more people take advantage of those extra aspects that have been returned back to the normal life that we all look forward to once again living. But this is another step forward. What I would ask is take time to carefully review the guidance, the regulations, look at those frequently asked questions. There are still certain things that are clear. You must still have a reasonable excuse to leave your home address, and those are now enhanced and set out for you on the gov.uk website. Groups of over 2 are still prevented, unless, of course, you are with members of your household. But there are also some certain exclusions that have now been added. So that could be for work purposes. It could be attending a funeral or moving house, supporting a vulnerable person, or of course, attending and supporting an emergency. So it's really, really important that you carefully look through and make sure that you fully understand. What I would ask is, it's really important that you take personal responsibility for this period. We know that everything that we do can have a consequence and an impact, and it's so important that as members of the public, we look to make sure wherever we are going, we can arrive there, we can sensibly enjoy the time outside, but must ensure that whilst we're there, we avoid coming into personal contact with other people from outside of our household. So please take time to look at that. Now listen, I want to say a thank you to the local public here in Wiltshire and Swindon. You have helped us and the local partners to protect the community and to keep you safe. So thank you. I know the last few weeks has been a real struggle for people. And actually next week, as we go into Monday, sets out the beginning of the Mental Health Awareness Week. And it's changed next week to now acknowledge kindness. And I think that's really apt because whilst we see some tragedy across the community, we hear about the national death rate, and it's just horrific and sobering when we hear those figures. Actually, to be a kind member of the public, a kind neighbour, a kind member of your household is so important. I know that so many people have struggled throughout this period of time. So let's just keep an active eye and making sure that we can protect our loved ones, protect our community, and do everything that we can to make sure that their long-term health and well-being is invested in. So please, look, don't suffer in silence. There's all sorts of available support, both on our website, on the charitable website, and of course, keep an eye out onto our social media platforms next week. We'll be releasing lots of information about help and support that is available to you through this period and beyond. Have a great weekend, stay safe, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you.